Okay. There we go.
Just.
Alright, I'm here.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Apologies.
It is shaky.
Yeah, just we're all kind of hanging in there. No, I'm just tired, as is, because like I gotta do the stupid final skills comp tomorrow, and then I got my final exam Friday. So I'm doing the best I can for you, honey. But yeah, just tired. I know Dasher's tired too. Dasher has a muscle relaxer.
So
And I went swimming this morning.
Oh. Well, I was hoping like Ace Attorney Investigation 2 would help cheer you up.
Like I said, we're over halfway through this case, so that's good.
Okay. So.
Anyway, back to the flashback, which means I get to rest my voice for a while.
Yay!
December 25th, 10 a.m. Detention Center, visitors room.
Hey, it's Miss Bound.
Oh, Mr. Fender. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you?
Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes, I'm terribly worried about him.
Detective Bad? What are you doing back there? Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure anyone just happened to be at the detention center, but okay.
Good
Shocked white.
morning.
Mr. Tangaroa? What happened to you?
Oh no. Samson! What did they do to you? They didn't want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to of, like, it gets worse for him.
They're not letting you
That's not police work. That's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case for me.
Louder.
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case for me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in the interrogation room right now if it weren't for him.
Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Alright, Eddie. Let's share yesterday's finding with Mr. Tangaroa.
You got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready.
Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it.
Of course. I thank you.
Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kind of spaced out.
I'm fine. I just think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson?
Do we have anything that might give him a little energy boost?
How about some misshapen chocolates?
Is that chocolate? For me? Oh, those are the chocolates.
I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. But the rules here don't exactly allow me to do so.
Oh, that's a shame. But rules are rules, I suppose.
There must be some way we can hand them to him.
I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful looks in his direction. Let me take a look at them. See shit. I might consider passing them on to the suspect. Thank you, Detective Bad.
My hero.
Untouched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah. Whatever. Just sit tight.
Man,
Here.
you don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah. Keep it down, will ya? For both our sakes.
Of course, Detective. I won't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now, to sample these treats.
Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot. I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Guess you're not such a bad guy after all.
Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were they the handiwork? Were they your handiwork, Judy? Yes, how were they? Here comes the singing.
Yep.
Feel them melt, soft and smooth. Chocolate that'll comfort any and soothe. Ear to ear, head to toe. Savor the taste as it flows.
Thank you. Thank you.
Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you like them.
And I'm glad you're back to your old self.
My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
Wow, is the food here really all that bad?
Yes.
It's just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that. Rotten
Ugh.
chicken
Good
patty.
grief, they eat like kings!
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh no,
they don't.
Okay, I've worked in a correctional facility. We were given rotten ass Tyson chicken patties that the inmates would be serving.
No, I meant like
Poisoning
what
through
he's
the roof.
what he's listed here is like good grief, these guys eat like kings compared to most other places.
Yes. Yes.
Like who gets pork?
Yes. And yet I couldn't taste a thing.
You know, most places do give you bologna sandwiches, so yeah, that throws that out the window, DP.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene. Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share? Oh, yeah. You were right about the victim's identity. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halik.
Artie Frost was Paul Halik. I never would have imagined. Poor Mr. Halik.
So the famous French sculptor wasn't even a Frenchman after all, huh? Oh, no.
That would certainly explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public. He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. Bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess I'll never finish them now.
He never finished his greatest masterpiece.
Seems he was making statues for each season. Also something about an armor of Mars, but that's another story. But he never got around to the winter constellations.
The winter constellation? You mean Taurus and Gemini?
So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set.
Yeah, and now there's nothing but puddles. What a bummer.
Seriously, what a
So
disgrace.
sorry.
Oh no, Miss Bound. I was blaming you.
One last thing. Seems he had hit himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make. Which means he was always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called it a debt.
I guess not even famous artists are safe from money problem.
They're not.
No.
Nobody is.
Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest? None. Guy didn't even tell his family. I see. Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard. I can't be hanging around here any longer. Understood, Detective. I'll see you again shortly.
He's a good man.
He certainly is. An uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in.
It just scared the pants off of anybody new he meet.
Now you were going to tell me about what you learned yesterday.
Of course. Allow me to give you a full report.
Thank you for that. And allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learn the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two?
By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can.
What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest?
Let's see. There was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, and so I had to disqualify her.
Disqualified!
Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well.
Which was?
He said identical to Mr. Frost. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
And what exactly did his work look like?
Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Miss Brown.
Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime.
So you were able to finish judging it? Even though his body had been discovered in the meantime?
Yes, I wasn't aware of what happened until after I'd completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of assembling a bit. Part of the lyre, I believe. I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song.
I'm sorry about saying that the lyre tasted good. I'd like to hear more about that, if you don't mind. You're quite sure it was the lyre you tested when you sampled Mr. Frost's work?
I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case.
Mr. Tangaroa, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me?
But of course.
Munch, munch, munch.
So the part you tried was the lyre, the one shown here without any strings?
Oh, there was strings? Oh, there was strings originally. That was the part I ate.
Just move away the mic when you're eating, Deadpool.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you munch.
Munchy
Munch, crunch, munch. So the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all. And he enjoyed them? Miss Skull told us she ate part of the lyre as well. She said it was far too salty for her to finish.
Then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste.
Something wrong? How so exactly?
The taste is sort of characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors.
Yeah.
Agousia.
Wait, is this actually real?
Yeah,
Yep.
you can be born without one of the five without one of the taste sensations. Like you cannot be able to taste umami or bitter or sweet or sour.
That's
Or
kinda
if you're very unlucky, any flavor at all.
Yeah, no taste buds.
That's gotta suck. Wow.
It is. Oh, go ahead.
Interestingly, if we expand the text a couple of bit, they actually do name drop that.
Oh, okay.
And I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now.
That would explain why the food here seemed so bland to him.
What? Well, your taste buds are your livelihood.
Even if there was some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists.
Actually...
Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion.
Bruh.
You do?
I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you'd like. Samson! We can't show that recipe just to anybody.
Yeah, we can't show cure for cancer to anybody.
Duty, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly... Yep. Sorry, was that?
Judy! Mr. Edward... Let me get my words. Judy, Mr. Edward is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him. Yes, you're right, of course. If that is what you wish.
What on earth is a secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding?
The thing here is that even though you may lose the taste bud in your tongue, you can still smell it, and that would compensate for it.
The smell would still allow, like, the smell would still cause you to have a sensation of hunger.
Yeah,
Ah,
like,
that is true.
there's a good example. Onions. Many would say it has a pungent taste, but in reality, if you just close your nose, you would taste barely nothing.
I can believe it.
Well, I
Oh, yeah.
suppose I should be getting back.
Alright, we'll be right behind you.
Judy. Yes, Samson? There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around. Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting, right there at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Really,
I got a
found-
feeling... Oh, sorry. I was just saying, I got a feeling that, like, if we go back to Samson again, if this plays out like the biblical sense, then Samson's going to be bald by the time we get back. With Judy being his Delilah. Yeah.
Actually,
No, that would be
No,
terrible.
he retains his hair.
Okay.
I
It just
would assume he hasn't aged at all ever since.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm just saying, this is like, if this was like biblical Samson, yeah, we come back, it's like, what happened to your hair? They got it. I've lost my power.
Judy!
Well,
Wow, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why you even say all that to her?
Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own.
Oh.
The Holly collection, the candy making, It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person, to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want for her is to miss out on all the life that has to offer because of me.
I guess that makes sense.
Like a father to a daughter.
Yep.
He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? And what parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session.
Oh yes, we'll have to do something about that.
You'll speak to the police for me?
That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeve from when the time comes.
I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy too.
Thank you, Eddie. I look forward to it.
Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. And it will make it that much harder for me to save you.
I understand. And I'll try.
I won't give up until you're out of here, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that.
And like real life, that is oftentimes the things that prosecutors do.
December
They will-
25th, 11:03 a.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room.
Hey there, Dasher.
What? Oh. Well, what? You haven't noticed it till now? Like he's been.
What, you never noticed, Tokyo?
No, he's so silent.
We even greeted him not too long ago.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, and I'm forgetting things. Oh boy.
Detective Bad, thank you again for what you did earlier.
Yeah, thanks a ton.
What are you talking about?
There's no need to be shy about it.
Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate some more. We are indeed. We'll need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa. Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, this whole place is on lockdown.
What? We need to see the O's on the rooms.
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume. Who else? I haven't seen the autopsy report yet, either. You guys probably got a hand in that.
Bless you.
Don't
Thank you.
expect to speak with anybody, except us cops who's bound. Everybody else is gone. Doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
Is it all just a game to him? Or does he have to go so far?
So what's your plan of action, Detective? Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth. Like I promised. You have my gratitude.
Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna beat you in your bags of dirty tricks.
Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation in the area? Sure. Like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. Probably won't be seeing those rooms again. That's fine, as long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation we'll make do.
Okay.
Begin investigation. Alright.
That guy's gonna fall into the water there.
Hey, we're not surprised
We
he
should,
did.
yeah, we should talk to that forensics guy in the water.
Yeah.
You have selected murder.
Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating?
Sir, I'm to see what might be in it, sir.
And what did you find?
Chocolate. And what looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. The flavorings, the colors match the profile they used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures.
Those little rivers flow from all four artists' rooms right here to this fountain. Guess that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
So blood.
Blood and chocolate. Gotcha. What? Why is there blood in the water?
Oh,
Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should have been there is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd removed blood along with the body. The victim's blood was mysteriously absent. This was the part of the chocolate chest it had pooled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to...
Artie Frost?
Artie Frost.
Take that!
Artie Frost.
Of course.
Victim, I'll have the guy compare it. Blood on the murder weapon. Oh, we haven't heard that in a while. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost. Why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? Victim's blood! Frost's blood was found in the fountain, but not at the scene of the crime.
That's such a Judy right there.
Statues of the fountain depict cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue. Paul Hellig's work. Parent. Gotta hand it to him. They look so real. Detective, are you saying that you have personally seen cherubs before? Attorneys. Always poking holes in people's words. What, did I say do something wrong?
Hey, there's something.
I just love the fact that he upgraded from Fender to Bad as being as a sidekick now.
Just a little bit.
Oh my god, that's... Sorry.
No, I do like that front pose. We haven't seen Bad do that before. Seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound's TV show, Bacon Bop,
I see what you're
which
typing
sadly
there.
got replaced by Kids Bop, the monsters. They're the same of the few things in here that aren't made of
I
candy.
still don't understand how that matched the last past the 2000s, much less
Nobody
the
does.
2020s.
I still the most funniest Kids Bop thing, Vass, that I remember they did a cover up was Linkin Park's "In the End," sung by kids, and it was just like, are you serious? And it's just like this felt like the most trolling thing ever.
Well,
just
Kids
weird.
Bop did some songs that were like R-rated, but was censored.
Oh yeah, I remember they also did PODs alive. I'm so alive. I'm like, what the hell? You completely ruined POD's song.
Okay, yeah, but Kids Bop also did like some like explicit songs as well.
Yeah. To think we went from Kids Bop, Steve P, to 1887 Cars for Kids. Which just means the detectives seem a little disappointed.
Oh yeah, I thought the Cars for Kids was part of the VaStar organization.
No, it just feels like that was the evolution. You go from horrible Kids Bop's covers to freaking Cars for Kids jingle.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, they got a drum set? Shit, that drum set looked awesome.
No,
Okay, not gonna lie, that sounded a lot more morbid in my head.
Man, you got... There's a drum set here decorated to look as if it were made out of cakes and Oreos. They must play it on the Bacon Bop show. Detective, about these drums. We already checked. There's nothing inside any of them. No cream filling. And no sign of anything being put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant to the case. You've already done your homework, I see. Ugh. I may like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker.
You know, I like how Gregory.
Oh no, hold on. I say I know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
That would have been a perfect line for Mr. Bad.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, I like how Gregory. He just seems like what's his face, Mr. Rogers.
Well, kinda, but like as me and Dasher, because we've played Deja Vu before, he gives me that sense of Ace Harding, just not punching everybody the moment he doesn't like their answer.
Well, the whole butt punching and everything, that was also at full throttle.
Well, yeah, you could or kick things too. So Ben had a leg up. Where does this elevator go? The second floor. Tangerelle and Bound live up there. Sounds like they live a pretty charmed life. Not a semi-charmed kind of life, baby. Tea parties, candy making, that part.
Something else.
Yeah.
To get me through this.
They even have a garden. Must be nice on a sunny day. That song just it played ad nauseum, Vass. Sorry. That does sound nice. Perhaps they'll invite us when all this is over. I'd like to go to Candyland. You'd come, wouldn't you, Detective? Don't get ahead of yourself now. I'm not in the habit of palling around with attorneys. Not yet, at least. But usually that involves some precious treasures.
Treasures.
Authorized personnel only. Meaning what? I'm not authorized. Sorry, sir, no authorized personnel either. Nobody's allowed in. Let me guess. On Karma's orders. Guys
No, we
really
didn't have enough time to make the rooms.
You guys really starting to grind my gears.
Let's talk to Judy. She's right there.
Duty bound. Miss Bound, we're here to continue our investigation.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier.
She's still looking kind of down the dump, Mr. E.
She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say.
I found the photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours.
Huh.
Phoenix? Pegasus?
So we have Saya, Icky, and oh man, I want to say one more other, but that would slide into Yu-Gi-Oh, not Knights of the Zodiac.
True. Fenda?
Wow! Mrs. Scourger's not to make a cute cake. And then feathers fall onto one of them.
Yeah, Samson loved her design for that one.
No, that was Judy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Samson loved her design for that one.
I guess
And
you're
he loved the
correct.
designs and flavors of Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entrees, for their final tasted nothing alike, it seems.
Well, was there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final?
Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest. But he was nowhere to be seen during the final.
Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this?
Of course. I hope it helps you with your investigation.
Semi-final entries. Frost and Gusto's creations had different designs, but tasted the same.
Oh, and I also have the book containing the recipe for the cure for Samson mentioned.
Angel's Cookbook. We've seen this book before. It was in the chocolate frame in Tagaroa's room.
Oh, that was bad. No worries.
That's right. He put it on display in there so that everybody could see the grand prize.
What? The cure is in the ultimate cookbook? So it's not a book about the surf recipes. I take it.
Oh no. We told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet.
So the contestants all knew what the Ultimate Cookbook was this whole time. Ultimate Cookbook, a book containing formulas for creating a cure for taste disorders and other chemical and pharmaceutical items. With this, you too can recreate God's tongue from Food Wars. I'd like to hear more about the cookbook, if you don't mind, Miss Brown. Because that's literally what it was. She had God's tongue, so she had that refined taste of everything. Or
Man, I
God's
miss
palate.
Junkyard Wars.
No, it's Food Wars. I love Food Wars. It was a great show.
No. But I meant like you bringing up Food Wars reminded me of Junk Wars, and I missed that.
Oh.
So if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines. Herbal remedies, you may say.
Exactly. Rather totally new medications that haven't made it to the market yet, to be precise. To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical...
Oh my god, this sounds sketch, but it's so true.
A cure-all a cookbook inside a frame of chocolate.
To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune.
But why make that grand prize in a confectionery contest?
Because we're
Tangaroa
quirky.
is a sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you heard of the Tangaroa group?
Concerned?
The Tangaroa group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before.
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills, poison.
Oh,
They're the
yeah,
ones that
new
help
code.
supply V-Jolt.
The Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sales.
Ah, there we go.
Oh.
I will reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather.
Yeah.
And there's your trials and tribulations.
Yeah, so maybe some spiky-headed weirdo will also look for that too. Which is never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tangaroa group, if you don't mind. Put her there. So did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over his parents and go into the family business?
No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him
respect.
in his quest to become the best in the world, like no one ever was. And then when they passed, he inherited a cookbook.
Why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize?
He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to just give it away. So he
The
decided to
classic
find
money
somebody
where
he
your
felt
mouth
was
is.
worthy of it.
I'll bet the board of directors love that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else.
They hated the idea, of course. Which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangaroa group wanted her to win the book back for them so badly.
So you knew she was a pharmacist all along.
Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's taste. I tried to help her win.
You cheated! But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa group. If that cookbook fell into the company's into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to.
So that's how Miss Scone managed to make it so far in a contest she had no business taking part in.
But Miss Cole was the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the finals, just like she did. Not bad.
Yes, it is unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts, too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. But how did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course.
She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I could certainly use a cup of the tea you made us yesterday, if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely.
I'll have some too. Your tea's to die for, Miss Bound.
Oh, how can I possibly refuse? I'll bring it out right out now!
You know, I think that cheered her up a little.
Simp.
I think I'll need another cold killer.
Wow,
Complete.
that was quick.
Yeah, the only thing that we needed was just talking to her and then the fountain. We've learned a little more about the contest participants. There's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never answer.
Honestly, I was thankful that they were mercifully short compared to
Nothing
like
at all.
Investigations 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is something that they have improved in spades.
Think at all, Mr. Gusto? You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was.
No! Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiny shred of information. Peasant!
But I do a good joke.
What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? And that's not all. We have questions about the work he submitted for the semifinals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense, and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself.
Is it
So I'm
clicking
beginning
yet?
to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. The story still doesn't quite add up for me. We need to figure out how to get in touch with him.
I think this is
do
Von
you
Karma.
now? Good look at that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Karma,
I am already the genius of my own investigation into Gusto. So there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. This. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
he seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case... Fine, then allow me to take you up on your offer, Inspector Javert.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
Boss fight.
Gusto and Frost connection.
The connection between Gusto and Frost?
Oh no, wait, that's Sega.
It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest.
That was it?
Wow, that was short.
And that's all?
Yes. That's all I have to say to you.
What? But that doesn't help us at all.
Time to pressing.
We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. And it's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something. I can see this locks.
Okay.
Nope.
So,
Next one. Present.
it was simply a matter of coincidence they both happened to be taking part.
Present. Yeah, we gotta present evidence, because he won't... We can't... Pressing him does nothing. Oh no, the picture.
Oh, I wanted some funny dialogue.
I wonder if you could take a look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. That of Pegasus and Phoenix. They were made for the contestants' semifinals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Give me the point, peasant.
As the nameplate suggests, these were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gerster told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit. And yet, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their 2 entries also tasted exactly the same.
Fuck! What are you suggesting?
Cheating!
No, collaborating.
You see, cheating is bad, but Richard Gephardt is good. I'm suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? MST3K, DP.
I was starting to think that had to be a riff, but I wasn't too sure.
Yeah. While at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It was on the wide world of Batwoman. It soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities in how they were put together. They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together.
And if you feel that much out, I suppose there's little point in denying it.
Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating.
But I'll warn you, don't know what you're about to hear will be to your advantage.
I'll be the judge of that.
Let me confirm what you seem too desperate to approve. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of this relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. But it seems they were helping one another right up until the day before the final.
I love how
you were all set to sing that all out, weren't you?
I was.
Now give me a handshake, so you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Please, enough of the petty slander, peasant. I merely want you to avoid poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It sadly slipped my mind to explain that to you.
It doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what it is he's hiding. I can't let things end like this.
By the way, DP, you were right. I did want to sing it, but I wanted to rap it.
I get you. And unfortunately, with how it played out, there was not a good opportunity to wrap it.
So split up the details, relationship. Okay.
That checks out. Seems they were helping one another right up until the end. Press.
Well, yeah, press. Hold it, because that's probably the one where we'll find something we need for evidence. But why were they cooperating?
Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So what's your end game? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Also,
There's more collusion.
Gusto claims to end this game. Allegedly, he wants to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal was really to be crowned the world's best confectioner. And his pride would not allow him to do so with the help of another.
You can only ever win hollow victory, I guess.
I was under the impression that their collaboration had only lasted through the semifinals. But I'm starting to think that it might have lasted up through the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they worked together for, if you don't mind.
If you must. Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. The two cooperated until the day before the final, then decided to compete on their own merits.
Alright, present. Let's see.
And what?
Let's look through the evidence.
They cooperated until the day before the final. So, well, he's saying that they stopped at before the day of, but we know for sure that they were cooperating up to the final. Like they didn't just stop the day prior.
Let's go on statement. Let's just don't present it yet. Just let's look at it. Frost Hope sculptures were scrumptious, except they were the liar, which is salty.
That
Salty like blood.
Yeah. Wait. What? Anyways.
Well, because there's iron and blood, it would be salty.
Although to be honest, I see more metallic, but that just could be my taste buds.
Tangaro's
Trying to
teapot.
think here. Trying to think here.
Manchiki.
Definitely not that. Not new.
Non-confectionery contestants may not enter another contestant's room until checking has been completed. Well, Halik, yeah, that was Frost's design.
I guess it's going to statement. Was that
It was-
I guess?
We could save if you need be. Yeah, because that was his new statement. Because like we have to prove that they were working till the very end. He's saying, "Oh no, they stopped right before."
Oh wait, do we have no, I guess we don't have that because we did get like a
Oh, what about
like-
the pharmaceutical thing?
oh wait, the cake things.
Oh, the picture?
Yeah, but tasted the same.
Oh, yes, they were working till the day of. Yeah.
This is actually a bit tricky.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like
No, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with scones. It's just, it's that because that was the semifinals. But remember, as we're trying to point out, like Von Karma's hiding that he knows that both of them were working until the day of presentation. We're trying to call out his contradiction. You know, because again, he says the two offered it until the day before.
well, I mean, we did just save, so let's
We know
present-
for sure that Frost and Gusto have been working together the entire time. They didn't just stop at some point. They were working both.
Oh no, wait, the cookbook.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that was the other
because that was not only worth
that's the prize.
not only worth millions, but also had like other neat little tricks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Vass was either the picture or the prize. So the prize itself.
Yeah, because
No,
Nope.
it wasn't.
really,
That's an odd thing to say, considering how it contradicts with this. Contradicts with
Oh.
what? My ass.
All right.
I knew it. Your butt is filled with bondo, isn't it?
And let's try.
Well, see, when you started singing, Sircon, I thought because I had called him Inspector Javert from Les Mis that you were going to start breaking out into a Les Mis, like how Russell Crowe, like, "What are you doing?"
I don't think he's seen
I
Les
legit
Mis.
wanted to rap like as if.
Oh, what was that?
Like-
Was that DP?
I don't think he's seen Les Mis.
Oh, it's too bad because you know the way that Samson's hair, he was starting to look like Hugh Jackman as a Valjean, after it being in prison for so long.
Let's try.
I
let's
mean, I
try,
don't remember him
Stone
having an
State.
afro.
Yeah, but I just meant like his hair turning white from being in years falsely in prison. Yeah, it's either that or no, because it can't be the pictures. No, because
My gut is telling me that we should go with Moscone statements because.
didn't we?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Miss Scone is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creations as scrumdiddlyumptious. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating during the finals.
I'll be down those I explain this to you. Assertions require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement does not prove of anything.
I mean, he's technically not wrong.
Yes, because when you're collecting data, there's objective data and there's subjective data. So he's using that reasoning. Objective
Yeah, and to be fair,
objective versus subjective data.
Like people's people's witness testimony, like people's testimony is often very unreliable.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Objective testimony is somebody's blood pressure, their body temperature, wound in their body. Like at a murder scene, that is all objective data. That is stuff that you can actually figure out from seeing it and going through tests that this is objective. Subjective. I think, I saw, I was here. This is what I heard. This is what I
Yeah.
saw.
Exactly, and a good
This is
example
what
of
I
this,
feel.
a good example of this in action was a certain president
Yep.
in the 60s or in the 70s. I don't remember. I think it was the 60s. And you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yes,
Watergate?
we do.
Gatewater?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Gatewater Hotel.
No, not the other one. The John F. Kennedy one.
Yeah.
That one. I couldn't. Anyways, besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky with his ramen noodles.
Why, fellow Americans?
My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame.
How is that not an entirely subjective statement?
Furthermore, you are knowing another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony.
Yep. You all right there?
Yes, namely that she has also described the sum of Frostworks as having been unbearably salty. In other words, the evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. Tisk. No more objections, I take it.
There must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating.
Mr. E. There's something that's been on my mind.
Yes, what is it, Eddie?
Mr. Frost's entry for the final, wouldn't it have taken a while to make?
I would imagine so.
Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving 2-hole sculpture? Could you really have done all that and help Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up to freezing part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off.
Exactly. How would Mr. Frost pull off hot dog flavored water? What was that?
No, that doesn't really work out, to be honest.
No, because I'm thinking back to Fred Durst, and we always talk about that in his Limp Bizkit songs. Perhaps there's some lorely instinct in you after all, Eddie. And I'm also not kidding. Last year, 7-Eleven actually did make hot dog flavored water, so there. Your ponderings certainly point to another possibility.
It just sounds gross.
Yeah, it really is.
It is gross.
No, I meant... never mind. It is clear that you just want to keep running this joke to the ground.
Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within time limit?
Make the ice on the day of the final. Belay my last.
No, make it out of something else entirely. Yeah.
Before the final, because I just realized as I said that, like, no.
He must have made the flavored ice the day before, then all he would have had to do was sculpt it.
What are you muttering about now?
Oh, I'm sorry, I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct.
What? Mr. E?
I hope you know what you're doing.
I'm sure you know.
Accepting defeat at last, are we?
The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration.
I'm sorry, what?
Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. It needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me. He helped Frost until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
That doesn't matter. I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection!
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us. So why don't you let us speak with him? Since your interrogation was as thorough as you claimed.
How dare you call my methods into question, you cretin?
That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me.
One good reason? Certainly. How and why Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case at all.
Objection!
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
And you could it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man you seem to be so keen on accusing share the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please, tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Evidence time. Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously only one time that we know of. I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what the suspicious action was. Which means it's probably a trap.
Well, got your tongue.
But even if this is a trap, we can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. The fact alone is reason enough to suspect him.
Tisk. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you.
I knew it was a trap.
I was saving this for the trial, but consider a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this. Peasant.
Ah.
That's...
Gusto and Frost, and their sons.
Family photo. A photo of Frost, Gusto, and their sons. Gusto's son visited his father daily through the semi-final.
Look in Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph.
But why?
Look if I know. Seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned that the fact of Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under suspicion. Undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved was entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe you otherwise.
No!
Oh,
Checkmate.
He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto.
Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. Peasants.
piece of shit. That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Do we shoot him? Mr. Tango,
Funny you should say that.
if we can figure something out.
Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? He has a ball, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. But why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime?
Something on your mind, Mr. E?
We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet, he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad? Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet, either. You guys probably got a hand in that, too. 24 hours post-mortem, and there's still no autopsy report? In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. None of the victim's blood was there. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Evidence that turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in a most unusual place. It's a match. Blood in the fountain, Mr. Frost. That's what was taken in the water. So there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why?
Alright, so this one's simple. Blood and fountain, missing blood. Missing victim's blood.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Gadoosh.
Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. But traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait. Did someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? Did someone move the body?
And
That's
then
why
this
no
one's...
autopsy report.
Yeah.
Yep.
The body was moved. Easy. So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself.
A moment, please.
Take your time.
I'm about to vibe. I'm vibing. We're ascending.
No, wait, that's the blood sugar going down to 0.
No, that was Samson. Samson's type 2 diabetes was kicking in.
Oh,
I don't find that funny.
I know, but I'm just like saying like as to why he was having those issues, and then that's why you need the chocolate, because that would raise this, because that's usually what happens for type 2s if they don't take their insulin on time, they crash. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. But what if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question is, why did Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? Did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival.
Mr.
We both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even.
Sir, everybody's heard of that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now?
I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma, I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions color out interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own ends.
Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty?
No.
I fear he might have been and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
Returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney.
Yes, sir.
Hold it. Ah, yes. What is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you, if you obstruct the police and don't work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection.
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you.
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is?
What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution's role is, or is not, with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. When I say, I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection.
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create certain facts out of the whole cloth, perhaps?
I thought you had outdone yourself already. Yeah, but now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence?
I do. Because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn. What are you talking about? You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You didn't stop him from finding out that you don't have the body. What?
He doesn't have the body?
Ridiculous! You're clutching at straws. I'll tolerate no more improper slander.
But allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong, if you can.
Just. Try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
Objection!
Ooh, careful, Von
As you
Karma.
must have
Your
seen
sodium
it,
levels are spiking.
A piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear, and where did it go?
What
Cotton Eye
does it
Joe?
matter? Some blood was missing from the chest where the blood was found. So what?
So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense.
What is this petty obsession with the blood stain? Since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely, water fountain.
No,
Whatever it shows
This-
that I show where the blood from Mr. Tangaro's room went, the
victim's
fountain.
blood.
Yeah. Nope, victim's blood. Yeah, that one.
Take that!
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain. Along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped in the stream that flows into the fountain. Which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposely disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me.
Where did you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out this kind of analysis on the fountain water.
No, but I do.
Curse you, Bad. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer, as of now you are officially off the case.
I was barely on it in the first place. Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered?
It's really quite the claim, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
Now, if you don't mind, I have given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court, and Gregory Edgeworth. And I will shoot you in the heart in like some years' time. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how hard you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to the light in the end.
Not in your lifetime.
Sadly, we all know how the story ends.
But this is
Forgive me,
the
Detective.
tipping point.
I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Don't sweat it. It's always gonna end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing. I am, and I'll prove it in court. If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Since, you know, I'm off the case now. It's very kind of him. I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bad, but there is one more thing.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret.
Alright, Eddie. Tech and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted. But I prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case.
And what is it?
You'll find out in the courtroom.
What? You're letting me join you?
Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all.
Awesome. Oh, I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney. You know, we can take on Mr. Von Kamala together.
Indeed. Well, I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility this might take some time.
Right. But we'll do everything we can in the meantime. And you can beat Mr. Von Karma. Mr. E, I believe in you.
And
We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do.
sadly, that never came to pass.
Yep.
Well, at least,
To be continued.
well, at least Gregory Edwards just destroyed, like, Von Karma's streak, so.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
he shattered his pride because of the fact that he put enough he put enough doubts in everybody's mind that Von Karma fucked around with the case. April 2nd, 1410. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Road.
You know what would be nice? We're doing this
think so?
arranged, baby.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Nice, nice.
Because I love the soundtrack already. So
And
why
that's
don't we just do it early on in case 3?
Okay.
And that's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of the IS-7 as far as I'm concerned.
I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case.
So what
That's
happened to the trial?
Oh, you're finally prepared.
Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. He wiped us out.
Really? You couldn't prove that Mr. Tangaroa was innocent?
No body.
Oh, we could prove it alright. That is a little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we feared.
I can imagine. Secure conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Anyway, it was dragged on and on. The whole thing took about a year in the hand. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down. December 28th that following year.
Hey, my birthday.
It's April now, so oh mama. We're talking over 17 years ago. Time sure does fly, huh?
December 28th. I was there that day, 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery.
Sergio?
Just before the trial got started, Greer noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. Now the poor guy had finally reached his limit. It was so bad, he even said he wanted to be found guilty.
That's true.
Wait, you mean they forced the confession out of him?
Yeah, Von Karma got what he'd been pushing for from the very beginning. And when Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being no body to speak of, he learned that Von Karma has used the power of the police to hand him off at the pass. He even had himself a fake autopsy report, but that wasn't the end of it. Von Karma has gotten Samson to falsely testify against himself to being an accessory to murder in court. Combined with his confession, the poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. But Gregory still had his ace in the hole, though. The same ace he asked.
Same ace he asked Detective Bad to help him with.
It's at the moment, though. He knew he needed one last card to play if they squeeze a confession out of Samson.
Ah, I see. He was playing Palastro too.
So he had Bad record all of Samson's interrogation.
I guess Detective Bat really wants to know the truth too, huh?
We all did, but he was a trooper. Stayed with the case even after Von Carr took him off of it. He was tired of some other fake case too. Good old Bat. They don't make him like they anymore.
So true.
Anyway, the representative regarding us proved that Sam's confession was coerced. And you know what? It almost worked. A cop named Ian Sideman got fired.
He is adamant.
Sam's an interrogator and the initial detective before Bad. He took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. But Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by the chief prosecutor.
Yep, he had a blemish.
Yep.
For the one and only time in his 40-year career.
Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in court. So when that guilty verdict came down, it didn't just signal the end of that day, but the whole sad affair.
I don't remember a lot myself in my father's face when they declared Mr. Tangeroa guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside.
Sad.
Gregory wanted to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's names.
You know, that earthquake, yeah.
But then, well, you know what happened next.
Bullet
Poor
wound.
guy. He never got a chance. I should have left with him that day. I always blame myself for not doing that.
Well, at least you weren't the one that gave false information.
But I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Von Karma.
Hold on.
I hope you can forgive me.
No, you had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor's plan, and that's when Mr. Von Karma showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tango was convicted as the main culprit in Mr. Frost's murder.
No, that's not right. Sam was convicted as an accessory to murder.
Strange. File clue states he was the perpetrator.
Yeah, that's Von Karma for you.
Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved.
Mind if I take a peek at those? This file has been doctored. Part about the victim. It's been changed.
Verdict, yeah.
Verdict.
What?
Yep, here, feast your peepers on this.
Suspect data, Samson Tangeroa, age 39, organized a confectionery contest. Victim's body was found inside one of his creations, leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangeroa discovered that he had a taste disorder, which subsequently cured via medication. Convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. Convicted as an accomplice.
This is a copy of the file I have on record at the courtroom.
Courthouse. And why is my copy so different?
Well, you said it came from Von Karma, right? Yeah. I guess he didn't want Gregory's son thinking there was a murder out there still at large. Did want you look into it again before the statute of limitation was up.
So everything I believed about the case was a lie.
Yep. Like they say, we all gotta start somewhere. What's important is you know what's now. The statute of limitation may have run out, but the truth's still out there, you know. And he read the Simpson's case when your old man passed. Prosecution handed it off to someone else too. The great Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found, and Simpson was found guilty instead.
Nisha.
It's terrible. Is there nothing we can do about to help him?
Not without the real perp, I'm afraid. Until then, his confession stands. Speaking of which, I didn't find out until after the verdict had been handed down, but Bunker and our friend Samson made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he'd make sure Judy was convicted instead.
How could it be? How could he?
Samson knew there was no way Judy could have done it, of course. But he wasn't going to take any chance, so he did what he was told and confessed to keep her safe. Now riddle me this, Milesy boy. What do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in the prison the day Bronco Knight died?
Ah, that's right.
You were there to see Mr. Tangaroa.
Bingo! Judy and I promised we'd visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise. But Judy did. She never missed one visit in all these years. Come rain or shine, she always showed up. But none of that changed the fact that Samson was still being unduly punished day after day.
How heartbreaking. You could have got to do something, Mr. Fender.
Well, kiddo, that's actually why we came here. The ice sculptures are back on display, just like they were all those years ago. And we're going to see what we can find out, right, Miles Arena?
I'm a prosecutor, Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way as you or my father.
Ah, that's the best part.
That doesn't matter right now. Speaking not as a prosecutor, but as Miles Edgeworth. I want to know the truth behind both of these cases, and I'm not leaving until I do.
Yeah, you really are old prairie sons, through and through. Alright, now that that's sorted, we can really get to work. Good thing I brought the IS-7 case file and evidence with me today. Here, documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork, am I right? The part in red ink are my annotations.
IS-7 incident case file. Documents received from Fender, including his comments in red.
Alright.
Thank you, Fender.
And here's some evidence for ya. Enjoy! There's quite a few, so I'd take a minute to scope them out if I were you.
Small mountain of evidence from the IS-7 incident received from Fender.
Mountain, he says.
Yes, I see. I'll take a look at them in a bit.
Okay. You know what? I need to take a look at the boat real quick.
Can you
Yeah,
guess,
I'm
can you guess
kind of.
who's who?
Yeah, I kind of get who's who. Yep.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
A bit, but well, probably it'll come back like later.
Yeah.
It's Ace Attorney. As soon as something like this gets introduced, it's going to become relevant to the rest of the game.
Flashback.
You know, our current case is full of loose threads, too. Come to think of it.
Indeed. Key players of that incident 18 years ago who just happened to get caught up in another incident. The ice sculptures in the winter wing that are perfect replicas of the ones from 18 years ago. The poison gas attack in the autumn wing, which has been disguised to look like the winter wing. Two chemicals that were found inside the Pisces statue display case, ubiquium and asphyxium, that form a poisonous gas when mixed together. Victim of the gas attack, Carmelo Gusto, who was no stranger to the events of 18 years ago, and who was still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we come to the body floating face down in the fountain. The fact that the ice sculptures have melted, as they did all those years ago. The events of the present day would appear to be intimately linked with the events of the past. Which means they may be able to help us learn more about what happened 18 years ago.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Let me get investigating.
Objection!
Of
Bill.
course.
Wiener.
Hold on. Oh, no, you don't. Aren't you forgetting somebody? Gumshoe. I mean, I could have sworn this was my investigation. Line.
That's
Yeah.
You see, it's quite right. I do hope you are intending to obstructing his duties, Mr. Edgeworth. I would hate to have to add a guilty to my report to the committee.
What am I guilty of now?
What aren't you guilty of?
Of course not. I'm simply offering once again to do what I can to help with this investigation.
Your offer is duly
I will
noted,
do all the work.
and duly declined.
Oh, she is. Oh,
Not pulling any punches.
The identity of the body from the vault is currently being ascertained. It's only a matter of time until we have the information we need.
Perhaps I can help you speed that process along. I think I have an idea who our mystery victim might be.
What? Really? Then you have to tell me. It's the law.
I don't have to tell you shit.
yeah,
Very well. I thought this was America. This is a free country. I thought this was America. Maybe it's just the ice sculptures that have resurfaced after 18 years. Body in the fountain may also be a visitor from the past. Paul Halik!
Take that!
I believe the body in the fountain is that of the man who was murdered here 18 years ago. Mr. Artie Frost!
what? You're saying there was Boris Chiliwinks?
Yes, Pinkie Pie?
Wait, no. Who the heck is Chili Wings or Artie or whoever you're talking about?
Artie Frost was a famous
Where?
sculptor. Is this? Though he was better known as Paul Halik. Sculptor on his way here all his works.
No way. Sounds like he did well for himself. Always good to encounter a fellow winner.
Mr. Frost was also the victim in the IS-7 incident.
Judge Cavell knows about the IS-7 incident.
I mean, she had time.
Mr. Edgeworth, the IS-7 is an 18-year-old case. And according to police records, victim was recovered and an autopsy duty carried out.
Sure, that's what the record says, but the records can't always be trusted.
What are you insinuating?
That while the records say stuff like body totally recovered, the defense back then begged to differ. That ain't stopped the prosecution from shutting it them down hard, of course.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. This is winner. What? Really?
What is it, you
What is it? Oh, sorry. The body! We've got an ID! Huh? Some sculpture named called Frost? Something? Robert? Oh, so I guess Edgeworth did call it.
God is of justice!
Ding ding ding! Earth to Wiener! So my father's deductions were right all along. Well, Judge Cavell, I'd say this changes things, wouldn't you? Perhaps now you'll admit that I might be of use to this case. More than a certain Junior Weenie Hut Jr. prosecutor, anyway.
I'll have you know that I am a sophomore Weenie Hut Jr. I mean, no fair! You're trying to steal the win!
I'm doing no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. And if we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here, we'll need to work together.
We do not need to do anything, and you do not need to know the truth. This case is none of your concern.
Objection!
Whoa there, Judge G. I think you might be wrong about that.
Absolute G.
I don't think your interruptions, Mr. Bender.
Yep, see? I was on the defense team for IS-7, so this case is very much my concern. I was one of those pesky kids pushing the theory that the body was actually gone missing.
It did.
The prosecutor at the time may have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony of your eye. Or to put it a little more bluntly, the prosecution case was rotten from the ground up. When there's been a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution, it's the comedy job to fix it. No. And who better to help you unpick the mess than someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive.
Mr. Gravel seems to know the facts of the IS-7 incident in some detail. In which case, I suspect she must be here on the committee's behalf.
Your connection to the case is noted, Mr. Commander, but I fail to see how it concerns Mr. Escher.
He's the son of the original defense attorney and the protege of the case lead prosecutor. And if that's enough for you, he was at the trial too. I think it's possible he might have a little something to bring to the table, don't you?
Very well. You may both assist in the investigation, but only to refrain from interfering with the work of others. The Winterwing gets off limits for now.
Be
This
right
room,
back.
however, is all
Understood.
yours.
Alright, glad. Great to hear we're on the same wavelength, G. What if we bring it in to show we're all on the side of justice?
Do not test me, Mr. Fender. Your permission to investigate can be revoked at any time.
Duly noted, Your Honor.
My goodness. This is the turn up for the books, eh, Lazy? We get to do our things after all.
Thanks to your immeasurable help as always.
Oh, yours too. No sweat. Besides, I was mostly doing it for me. Okay, I'll be investigating my own thing, so just holler if you find something interesting.
I will. Well, Kate, shall we?
But yeah, let's investigate. Let the investigation commence.
Wait, was that Dasher?
Well,
No,
Dasher
Dasher,
said that. He
Yeah,
said they had to
Dasher
do
stepped
something, so
away.
I'm filling in temporarily.
We're still unclear on two key facts. How Mr. Frost's body came to be where we found it, and the source of the ubiquium.
You're right. We need some more intel.
Indeed. Let's focus on the ubiquium first and foremost.
It's used in stuff like dish soap and paint, right?
Correct. It's also bright red in color and has a distinctive minty fragrance. Ubiquium is a red liquid. Yep.
Okay, sounds like we know what we're looking for.
Begin investigation. Let's go talk to that forensics guy again in the same area.
Yeah, okay, give me a moment. Here you go.
Alright, let's investigate the
No, yeah.
T cart real quick, seeing how we're already here. Oh wait, derp. Vass is gone.
Dang it.
Derp.
Well, if you need to stand up and do any necessary business, now's the time.
I mean, right now, I'm so I may as well just say this. I was on a vacation not too long ago. I gained like 3 pounds. I've now lost those 3 pounds,
Nice.
and it is so nice to know that. Basically, I've been losing weight, and whether I did it intentionally or not, I spent the entirety of the month of April just doing maintaining my caloric intake of maintenance calories, and I'm planning on getting back on the grind set. And also, I just want to say now, while we're on the subject of grind set, I know for certain that 100 men could take on a gorilla.
Oh, that question again.
Yes.
That's your making around.
I mean, us humans have big, beefy brains, and we can use our big, beefy brains to take on the gorilla.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Ah, shit, you're right. I forgot the game category.
Oh, it's also, yeah, we've been in Doom 2 Hell on Earth this entire time.
Yeah. But I won't stop with Duke 2. Like, mod.
Yeah, how was Eternal Doom this go around? Are you done with it?
I gave up on that.
Ah!
Yeah, I decided to, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do the official add-ons from now. I mean, the featured mods from now on.
Yeah, because I know Doom 1 and Doom 2 collection on Steam, they updated it once again, so I don't know if they added anything more. Last patch they added Sigil 2, so not sure this go around.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna be starting with the mods that were featured in Doom 1+2.
So which ones will you be doing?
So I'm gonna be starting from oldest to newest. Which
Well,
means,
I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, which names? I mean,
well, I'm gonna be starting like all of them except for Sigil because that's still considered part of Doom.
oh, you gonna do your own playthrough of Casali's work, Platonia?
What?
You know-
But you already showcased it.
Okay, well, you said all the ones in 1 and 2, so I thought you mean the collection on Steam.
No. Didn't I just show you? Okay.
No, you did not.
Okay. So basically, I'm talking about the ones that are like originally from the original release dates. That includes the Troopers.
Oh, you're
Playground.
going by commercial release from the 90s. Yeah, you had to be a little bit more so, because whenever somebody says Doom 1+2, nowadays they're talking about the Steam version.
No. Here, I'll DM you. This is what I mean.
Alright,
you know,
anomaly report, Rival, Ganymede, BTSX. Oh, yeah, Deathless, Doom 0, Double. Oh, but that, and of course, you're leaving out, obviously you're leaving out the lost episodes of Doom, because that one was just a little...
Well, there's no lost episodes of Doom in there.
Oh, so they didn't count that? Because I remember I know that was a commercial release, was lost episodes of Doom, those...
Actually, these are
the Jupiter planet.
third-party PWATs.
Okay. Because well, see, you told me yourself, like, the problem you had with lost episodes was the ending part was just, there was just nothing there, and the levels were just turning into blah.
No, it's just because it was like dreadful to get through.
Yeah. The Massacre of Callisto and Killing Fields of Isle were great, but then once they got to Hell's Gate, the Red Spot, it's just, again, it was all to tie into an official Doom novel that tied this as well. And while the novel was great, it didn't really turn into that well of a gameplay.
Yes.
Of like the story turning into the gameplay. Honestly, if you're looking at something that actually did decent of turning from a novel into gameplay, that would be Rebel Moon Rising in the 90s. And that was a good game.
Let's look at the whatchamacallit, the T card.
T set.
T set, yeah.
This balanced T set is laid out neatly on the serving card.
I'll go look into that.
Dash
Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel Moon.
Okay, hang on. The pamphlet says the gallery is famous for its tea.
Yeah, Rebel Moon Rising, very good, Vass. I recommend it. Very tough too, but it keeps you on your toes, and a good soundtrack. Understandably so. The cup we were given was delicious.
Looks like all the stuff was designed by Mr. Frost.
Interesting. In that case, I think we'd better take a closer look. So this dishware was made by Artie Frost.
It looks very fancy.
Oh, it is. I'm willing to bet that this set can fetch something in the thousands of dollars, including those Mario coin dishes in the corner. Let's try not to touch any of it unless we absolutely have to.
What, this stuff really worth that much money?
Yeah, see, does that not, Vass, look like Mario coins in the corner?
It does.
It does.
Stop it, Kay. I can see your eyes lighting up.
Oh my god, this whole set looks so Mario-esque.
Miss Bound must really be a fan of Mr. Frost, like Fender said.
Capcom, why have you not made this set IRL? We would love it.
Designed by Paul Halik, one of Judy Bound's prized possessions. Well, you know what? This looks like Rosalina's tea set.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
Oh, boy.
Hey, Angie!
What is it, Shaggy?
I'm not Shaggy! I am Lawrence Deluxe! You be careful with that teapot, you hear?
Why is Larry so concerned all of a sudden?
Guess. I can pour you a cup if you like.
Miss Bound?
Oh, Judy. Hi. I'm good, thanks. No tea for me. Although I would accept a couple of those cookies. You knock yourselves out.
Would you do it for 4 Scooby snacks? Thank you for the offer. Yes, why not? A quick break won't hurt.
2 cups coming right up.
Yes, the angle.
smells
Just
great.
right.
Wow, it tastes even better than it smells. What type of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? Or some spice?
Yeah. It's Ceylon, I believe. It's usually identifiable by its citrus aroma, but... Miss Bound, is this the same blend you served this morning?
Yes. Is it alright? There isn't anything wrong with it, is there?
No, not at all. It's just that the cup you gave me earlier had a slightly different aroma. Almost like a hint of mint.
Really? That's odd. I use the exact same blend both times. I can't see what could account for the difference.
Hey, what's the big deal? Quit being a meanie about Judy's tea, will you?
What's gotten under your skin, Larry?
Nothing, you're just rude. That's all. You don't even trying to call me the right name. It's Lawrence Knoxum, right? You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Oh, thank
I'll
God.
never forget about Larry, no matter how I try. Well, that was childish even for him.
Wow. What happened there?
Let's ask him about it later, shall we?
Hey, do we have to?
Talking Miss Bound is more a priority right now. We may not have any evidence to prove that she's the culprit. But it does seem likely that the poison gas was her doing. Ugh.
I don't think there's anything else to investigate for the tea set.
Wait a minute, what about that big bottle there?
Yeah, what about the bottle?
That is...
The big balls.
Bottle.
Oh, ball. Damn it.
A caddy
somebody's
containing
mind's in the
Ceylon
gutter.
tea leaves. It's a well-crafted tin canister designed to prevent moisture and sunlight from damaging its contents. Not a bad thing to use considering the quality of the blend Miss Bound serves.
Okay, let's try the... Yeah, let's talk to her.
Where were you before you rejoined us here, Miss Bound?
To go and tell our visitors we are closed. Oh, and hand out a little something in apology. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about?
Yes. A few things, actually. Not least of all. The fact that I think you might be the one who set the poison gas trap. The original ice skulls just melted 18 years ago, correct? How did you manage to recreate them?
Oh, you know about what happened back then? In that case, you might also know that I took pictures of them during the contest. I commissioned the creation of a set of replicas based on those photographs for the current exhibit.
I saved something for you, DP, because of that outburst you had with Larry. Why go through the trouble of creating replicas?
The first Zodiac series was this great, unfinished masterwork. I wanted to see it completed at last. Or rather, recompleted. It was my fault that the original set melted in the first place, after all.
I see, and is there any particular reason why the winter and autumn wings look so similar?
Oh my, you really think they look alike?
Wow, I sounded Australian.
Perhaps I used some of the decorations from one or the other by accident.
She's clearly lying. But I don't have the evidence to prove it just yet. I hope you enjoy DP, by the way. If you've never heard that song before.
To be perfectly honest, I've only heard a total of like 4 Weird Al Yankovic songs.
Well, this one applies
being,
definitely.
from Pokemon 2000.
Yeah,
So
this one definitely applies to Larry Butts. Nope, I can't use these two things together.
Okay, let's.
Okay,
Let's wait
so we
until
need
much
to.
later.
Yeah.
Dasher, you back?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, Pinky.
Okay. Hello there, dearie. Still listening away, are you? Found everything interesting? No, dearie. Well, nothing much anyway. Silly girl, that wasn't a dairy moment. That was a more of a pumpkin. Sweetheart, it's for when you're being sympathetic or coarse. And treasure is for when they're in a ditz.
Tis.
Love is for hang on. Ow. Those are people you're not too keen on, and fantasy use when you're trying to get someone's attention. Wow, I didn't even realize there were so many rules. Ow. Mr. Edgeworth Petal, I hope you're getting all this down.
Don't even try it, Kay. Only Pinkie Pie can.
No, dearie me.
Okay.
Oh, bump.
Yeah, he won't talk to us anymore.
Let's
Hold on.
let's look at the whatchamacallit. The
Wait,
puddle
what the?
right there.
That's different.
From the color and aroma, I'd say this is a puddle of spilt tea.
And look! There's a small circle of ceramic
Ceramic fragment found in a puddle of tea. The design looks familiar.
I guess somebody must have broken something?
I know that insignia. And a certain high-strung somebody just might know a little something too. Now we can talk to Larry.
Yeah, we need to talk to Larry, regrettably.
Yeah, you know, you saw No Mike, this song that I put Cirque on.
Let me see.
Yeah, off a bad hair day, do you remember Larry? I'm going to keep this simple, Larry. You're hiding something, so just tell me what it is.
Whoa, quit it with the glare off, you two. It's weird.
Oh, come on, Kay. You know me better than that. I wasn't staring, I was struck by an idea for a picture. Now, Edgy, he was glaring.
Yes, and I'll keep glaring at you until you tell us what it is you're hiding.
Great, I already told you, I'm not talking to you anymore.
You're talking to me right now.
I mean, from now on, I'm not talking to you, ever. Starting now.
This is getting me nowhere. I suppose I'll have to figure out what he's hiding first, before I can get the whole truth out of him. What are you hiding? Come on, Larry. What are you hiding?
Oh, sorry, I wanted to be a bit funny and, like, keep silent on this. Not saying.
Listen, I remember when you dumped toxic waste on my lawn.
Look, you two, there's no time for kids' games.
Well, I certainly wasn't playing.
It's pretty clear Lawrence isn't going to talk to you.
Oh, he'll talk. Don't you worry about that.
Are you gonna go Batman on him?
I need to know what Larry's hiding, and I think I might have an idea what it is. Spilt tea. Perhaps presenting him with the right piece of evidence will force him to come clean. Would you mind taking a look at this for me, Larry?
Huh? Why are you showing me that?
Ah, you broke your rules. Tell me, what it is about Miss Brown's tea set that got you so agitated? If you won't tell me, then perhaps you prefer to explain it to Judge Gavel.
Wait, don't make me look bad in front of Variety. She thinks I'm sensible, cool, semi-clean guy.
And then Larry gets a gavel over his head.
I don't want her to see the real me. Real down low, dirty me.
I'm not so sure anybody here thinks you're particularly clean-cut, Larry. If you don't want her to think badly of you, the best thing you can do is talk to me.
Alright, I'll talk, I'll talk.
What are you hiding? Alright, Larry, enough is enough. Now confess.
Is this any way to treat your best friend, Archie?
Is this any way for you to treat yours by lying to him, hiding things?
I get the picture already, so stop glaring at me like that. I'll tell you everything, okay? Earlier, I thought Verity might like a cup of tea, so I went to pour her one. But I got distracted and my hand slipped and smash! I broke the teapot! A priceless work of art! It's in pieces because of me!
No words exist to describe how far away I saw this coming from.
Okay, ouch. You really messed up this time, Lawrence.
See, Angie, everyone's going to think less of me now. Judy is never going to forgive me for this.
Crying to me won't do any good. I think you need to apologize to Miss Bound.
Forgive me!
Teapot? I see.
I'm sorry, Judy. I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll paint your portrait. I'll paint you 50 portraits.
Please, Mr. Dunham, it's really me who should be apologizing. How could I have failed to notice that there were broken pieces of ceramics on the floor? Somebody could have been hurt. Here, let me make sure that it's safely disposed of.
The T-Bot in question was designed by Artie Frost, correct? I understand it was something you've lost. You must be upset.
Oh, I am. But of course, all things break eventually. As luck would have it, I have another identical teapot as far from the end of the world.
She's less attached to Mr. Frost's work than she used to be.
I can't believe this, Judy. You're the sweetest, the kindest. This other teapot you're talking about, it's the one sitting on top of the cart right now, right?
Dash, you okay, buddy?
I think Dasher was playing Atlas.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so when I smashed the first one, I tried to hide the pieces in the bottom of the cart. And that's when I saw the other pot under there. So I took it out and basically swatched the two pots.
Larry swapped the pot he broke.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and that's everything I have to tell you. I'll be extra careful not to break the other one, I promise. And that's what we needed for the mental thing.
Yeah. Logic. You have no shame whatsoever, do you?
I'm sorry.
It's really quite alright. Thank you for being so honest.
Isn't Judy absolutely the best?
I trust you won't take advantage of her kindness and will make amends somehow.
Oh, I sure will. Once I paint it as an artist, I'm going to give her one of my paintings. She was one of my models, after all. It's only fair.
At this rate, I suspect he's likely to make more trouble than amends. Don't you think it would be better for you to keep out of her way for a very long while?
Oh, but I will keep out of her way, because I sketched her and the others already.
Her and the others.
My keen to see my work, huh? Yeah, I drew a few great sketches from Ravishing Beauties. Wanna see?
Interesting in Lawrence Ravishing Beauties, huh, Mr. Edwards?
I'm afraid you've greatly misjudged, Kay. I simply wish to see if Larry has captured any unusual details this time, too.
Unusual details? Nothing's unusual about beauties. They're my best work yet.
Everyone is drawn upside
Really?
down.
I want to see him too.
Ah, you're a sweetheart, Kay. Alright, let me dig them out for you. Give me a sec, okay?
I suppose we might as well take a look, see?
Here you go.
Your sketches. So, these sketches of yours.
Seriously, Edgy, what happened to go check out my art? You should have just said so from the get-go. Here, feast your eyes on this!
What am I looking at here?
I told you already, ravishing beauties! Just a few of the fair faces that have caught my eye since I've been here, you know. There's Variety, and Judy, and somebody else.
Why did you draw them all on the same page?
Well, I meant to draw the room at first. Just something to pass the time. And then I saw one beauty, and then another. And well, I just kind of scribbled them all down as I went.
You know, if I could make a
Larry,
quick comment,
why did you draw Verity like she came out of a Capcom fighting game?
I got my inspiration from them.
That if Larry was smart, he would be an artist on Fur Affinity, and I would commission him a lot. As regrettable as that may sound.
Unfortunately, Fur Affinity does not exist in the Ace Attorney universe.
I will say this: my partner here, VaStar, would be happy to help you out, Sircon, if any of these, like your OCs drawn any like Bound or Verity or whatnot.
I might have a few ideas then.
So these were all drawn at different times.
Huh? Yeah, I guess. I did one of you too, Kay. You're on a different page, though.
Wow, you did? I'm flattered.
How true to life are these sketches? Did you only draw what you actually saw?
Of course! You think I draw things I can't see? Like I'm using my imagination? Nope. These are 100% true to life, right down to the exact shade of each color.
The colors are accurate. Interesting. Much as it pains me to admit, Larry may have provided me with some useful piece of evidence yet again, and he managed not to be it upside down. Disturbing cart and sketch, for example, if I compare it to the one here in the room, there's a clear contradiction between the two. I think a little deduction is in order. Can I borrow this page for a while, Larry?
Sure thing. You want me to sign it for you too?
No.
Just a page, please.
Oh, okay.
Fact, man. Sketches. Sketches depicting exactly what Larry saw. Alright, we're done with you.
And now we do some connecting the dots.
Which teapots? The teapot smells different.
Yep. Skadoosh.
I suspect the difference in aroma we notice is due to the teapots having been switched.
You do?
I can't see what else it could have been. The tea itself hasn't changed. Why don't we ask Miss Bound, just to be sure? Miss Bound? The difference in aroma we noticed, do you think it could have been because of the different teapot?
I suppose so.
My cup just now had a subtle minty scent, rather like uva tea or ubiquium.
Oh, I just remembered. I made some peppermint tea in that pot only yesterday. Must be where the minty aroma is coming from.
The tea has a refreshing aroma because it's in a different teapot. Could that really be it? Is she trying to poison me?
And now we get this.
Yep.
Skadoosh.
The tea from the teapot Larry switched in from under the cart smelled faintly of mint.
Gesundheit.
Right, Mr. Brown says she used that pot to make peppermint tea yesterday.
Yes, but there's something else that's been troubling me. Miss Bounce seemed more taken aback by the switching of the teapots than the breaking of one.
You're right. You'd expect it to be the other way around.
I suspect she might have been deliberately hiding the teapot underneath the cart.
But why?
One of the Bickweem's key characteristics is minty fragrance. So what if she had been hiding some in that teapot?
What? In the teapot?
It's simply a possibility, but one worth investigating, I believe. Mr. Wiener, any luck finding that ubiquium?
Oh! My people are searching the entire gallery, but they haven't found anything yet. And what about you? Don't tell me you know where it came from.
I may have an idea.
Ha! I knew it! If I can't find it, there's no wait, what? You do know where it came from?
Yes,
What? Where? How?
Bounce teapot.
Wow! Nice piece. I like it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah! This looks like a fitting prize for a natural-born winner.
It's not a prize. It's a vital piece of evidence.
Oh, it's just evidence. Then I'll have one of the forensics people check it out.
That guy up there.
Mr. Edgeworth? Is there some sort of problem with my teapot?
Possibly. The minty fragrance we noticed coming from it. I think it just might be the scent of one of the chemicals used to make the poison gas.
But Mr. Edgeworth? Surely you don't think I had anything to do with that?
I'm afraid I do, even though you're too much of a red herring right now. The method used to create the gas would have required considerable preparation. Preparation H. Nobody would have had the time or the opportunity to set that up except you.
Because A through G didn't work out.
Not strictly true. It took around a week to get Zodiac Hall ready for the exhibition. There were all kinds of people coming and going through here during that time. Delicia for one. So you see, I'm not the only person who could have set up it all.
The scone is on our radar too, of course. You needn't worry about that.
Besides, I won't know the first thing about making poison gas. So even if you did find some ubiquium in my teapot, I wouldn't have had any idea what to do with it. But I suppose we should see what the test results say first.
Miss Brown claims she doesn't know the first thing about making poison gas. I need to find a way to prove that she's lying. Where is that cookbook?
Actually, look. Think back to the cart. Let's go back to the cart. Notice the cart. Notice the cart and is color.
Oh, hello.
No, not
There's
the
a stain
canister.
there.
Actually, look at the cart itself. The cloth.
Tablecloth draped over the card is pure white and completely spotless. The Daisha.
Just
Give him a moment.
Desert.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, and it's just waiting for me to grab it by the edge and clear my mind. Oh shit!
The trick. Okay, I cannot stress enough how bad of an idea that would be.
Oh come on! What's the worst that can happen?
No, Cedric.
If it does it all sideways, it'll just wind up in a cool tea-colored tie-dye.
Yes, well, I'd
You see
rather
the
it
colors,
remain
man.
white.
The colors.
I don't think Miss Brown would appreciate us meddling with it.
Really? There's so many other colors that would totally work. Pink, sky blue. Tea loves brown.
Tea leaves brown.
Okay, so
No.
so we gotta deduce. Think about it. Look,
Could this be weird?
yeah. Notice something.
Yeah, there's chocolates on there instead of it being...
No, that's not the thing.
Larry, could I ask you something about your sketches?
Fascinated by the work of a great Lawrence de Nuxham, It's the composition, right?
Not exactly.
Oh,
This light blue tablecloth, you painted that exactly as you saw it, right?
I already told you. Everything is exactly as I saw it.
But the tablecloth in the cart here in this room is white. You ran out of white paint, didn't you?
Wow, your head's so full of crazy theories. The simplest stuff just passes you right by, huh?
Oh, burn!
What's that look for?
Listen, just before I drew that sketch, I was in the middle of some business with the cart with the tea set on it, okay? What kind of business? That's right. It was hiding the pieces from the table pot I smashed kind.
That's nothing to boast about.
Anyway, I was still in the middle of cleaning it up when Judy came out of the winter wing. I didn't want to get busted for breaking the pot, so I quickly dove out of sight.
Simp.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh, he switched. Wait, Miss Mound came out of the Winter Wing?
Yeah, and she was pushing a cart, a different one. That's the one with the light blue tablecloth on it that I drew.
And what did she do with the second serving cart?
Well, I saw her wheel it into the summer wing, but I don't know what happened to it after that. When she came back out, she was pushing one of those other carts, the kind you can lift stuff with.
A lift cart.
Yeah, so I called out to her, but she just ran off and left it behind. Never had her down as the shy type, but it just goes to show you never know.
You know, whenever I keep hearing Larry describe all of his problems that he has when he does anything DP, it's like the Glamburger employee from Undertale almost. Another savoring cart and a lift cart. When his pants fell down because he had too many Glamburgers stuffed in them.
Still,
Is there maybe another tea set too?
Better check with Miss Bound.
Now I think we
That's
have
right,
all the
yeah.
evidence that we need.
hopefully.
Two
Two
carts.
carts.
Two
That's your serving cart.
scoops.
Here at the gallery, Miss Bound.
Oh, yes. Why do you ask?
A certain so-called artiste showed us the sketch. I couldn't help but notice the color of the tablecloth is light blue.
Light blue? I'm afraid your friend must be mistaken. I only
Oh,
use
he's many
white
things.
tablecloths, freshly laundered and starched.
Like the perfect wrinkle-free on the cart here in the fountain room, right?
Exactly. If I saw so much as a blemish, I would replace it right away.
I had to do the snuggle bear. Could the color of the tablecloth in the sketch simply be a mistake on Larry's part? No. Do you have any idea what you might have been doing when the sketch was drawn?
You see, I appear to be carrying out my usual duties.
No credits.
I'd like to ask you a little more about these duties, if I may.
Your work.
What exactly were you doing when this sketch was drawn? Because from what I could see, your cart doesn't have a tea set on it.
I was delivering some chocolates to investigating officers.
Oh, now I'm jealous. I love chocolates.
Well, there were a few left over, so here, for you both.
Yay, chocolate.
Ice cubes. Yummy.
I made them myself. I hope you like them.
Hey, Vass, you ever had ice cube chocolates?
Ooh, yeah, thanks, Miss Bound.
Oh, are we
taking
speaking...
I'm taking Vass, never tried them. Well, why not? Vass?
No, what?
I said, have you ever tried ice cubes chocolates? They kind of look like those, but they're in a gold wrapper.
What? No, I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah,
what's-
no, you should try them next time because like they sell them in most candy stores. They're literally called ice cubes, but they're in the shape of the ones that Duty here is.
Yep, ice,
showing.
ice baby. Din, 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 din.
They're a little melted, but I suppose that's because they've been sitting around in your pocket.
Wait a minute. In pocket?
Chocolates, handmade by Bound, slightly melted after being kept in her pocket.
Dun, 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 dun. Mmm, they're super sweet. I love them.
I'm very glad to hear it.
It may not be the prettiest, but I'm grateful for the energy boost nonetheless. Though perhaps they could do a little less
Sugar.
sugar.
Okay.
So,
Let's go to the forensics guy, I guess.
All right.
That's the last thing we. That's the last thing.
Oh no, hold on, guys. Let me just put it in here.
All right. Let's see what you're cooking.
Oh no, hold on. Oop.
Arsenic?
No, I had to wait for a moment. Just so that Vass knew what I was talking about. There we go.
Oh, I get you.
So, these are the things that Judy Bound has been serving to the guests.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that is, but that looks delicious.
Chocolate. Yeah, it's guys.
Ooh.
Chocolate.
Because
No, they're-
because of the
yeah.
shape, they're called
Yeah.
ice cubes. Although
Yep. Classic
when
candy.
I heard you say that, I thought you were referring to a line of fudge pops.
Oh no, no, I won't talk about no jello pudding pops, son. No, I was.
No, not pudding pops. Like they're made similar to like popsicles, but they're fudge base.
Fudge box?
Fudgicles. No, fudgicles. Yeah, I've seen fudgicles.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Anyways, I'm gonna read the line. I've been taken back to the lab, sir. Autopsy's underway.
Great job. And then Edgeworks pushes the guy in the fountain. And how's the rest of the fountain looking?
Oh, that's
Insert
beautiful.
Power Soundtrack.
Actually, sir, the water is crystal clear and kind of soothing.
Almost as if there wasn't a body floating in it not so long ago.
okay.
Oh, okay, you joined me. She was like stuck over there, and then they just. Seems the police have already removed the body.
But why did the body of the victim from 18 years ago turn up in the this fountain?
They Walt Disney'd him.
And why wasn't it all rotten and stuff? Did it slowly suffer its way here?
Need to remind you that zombies aren't real.
Not in this title.
You talking crazy there, Ellis? Seems like that body was preserved somehow.
Oh
Really?
man, I'm trying to think now.
Possible?
Who was that baseball player?
Hey, Mr. Forensics guy, anything to report?
Yes. Traces of both the big women and asphyxiation have been detected in the fountain.
I'm gonna say that they were probably carried here by the stream from the autumn wing.
In addition to those two chemies, there's also a large amount of sugar. Composition of the sugar is being analyzed as we speak.
There's sugar in the fountain? Where would it even have come from?
Oh, finally.
Edgeworth speaking?
It's me, sir.
Is everything alright, Detective?
I mean, it's been a while. I mean, everybody's left the winter wing. It's just me in here now,
There's a block of ice.
which means I can tell you what I've found out.
You really shouldn't be sharing information about the investigation.
But I'm retained to you.
But after the past week or so, I'm not about to stop him now. It's his job on the line, not mine.
The exhibitions in here have all been completely melted. All that's left in the display cases is some stuff at the bottom. More of it in the Taurus case than the Gemini case, though.
Describe this stuff for me.
Yes, sir. It's like a pale blue liquid. And I had the lab run some test results on it. The sample from the Taurus case just had a bunch of sugar in it. But the one from the Gemini's case had 3 different substances in it.
Which were?
Sugar, sea salt, and blood.
Blood.
Yeah, sea salt.
What are salt and blood doing in the Gemini's case sample?
They must have came from Kingdom Hearts. I can't imagine whose blood it could be possibly though, but I'll get it tested right away, sir.
Please do, Detective.
Oh, I also spoke over the radio with the forensic guy working on the fountain room. He said he got word that the sugar they found in the fountain matches the sugar in the pale blue liquid.
I see, that might well prove to be a significant development. Gemini case analysis results. Results of the analysis conducted on the melted contents of the Gemini case. Anything else to report, Detective?
Yes, sir! We found one of those light-emitting devices here in the Winter Wing, too.
There were a few of those being used in the Autumn Wing to disguise it as the Winter Wing, as I recall. Seems that the equipment from 18 years ago is more than just for show. I need to talk to Miss Scone about this.
Anyhow, I better be getting back to it. I'll let you know as soon as I hear from the lab about that blood.
Yes, thank you, Detective.
See you in half an hour.
What was that, Gummy? It seems like he had a lot to say.
He did, and all of it is very useful. I'm going to prove that Miss Bounce's claims about who could have set up the poison gas trap are false. I'll need to talk to a certain somebody else who was here 18 years ago.
Scone. Suck scone.
Yep, gotta talk to Pinkie Pie. Right through you. Miss Scone, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Of course, dear. Fire away. Anything for you, Milesy Smilesy, dear. Sweet little tooth decay.
I'd appreciate if that was the last time you called me Milesy Smiles Me.
No. I'm not a fan of tooth decay either. We'll just have to like it or lump it. I can't change the nickname once I've settled on it. Ugh, just we tried.
Gallery decorations?
What can you tell us about the various devices used to decorate the gallery's exhibitions? There seem to be some pretty specialized items in use. Light-emitting devices, luminous fabrics.
Oh, I can tell you all about those, dearie. After all, I'm the one who gave them to Rudy Judy. It was my way of saying sorry after I broke the rules all those years ago. I bought her 4 lovely new salt lamps and gave her the 4 pieces of luminous cloth I used for the contest. Wow, that was super generous of you. Well, us girls do our best, don't we?
Oh, sorry.
That better not be the gig. Me, Dallas. I told you I'll kind of...
Everybody understands, of course. Okay.
Thank you, History Tab.
Alright. Let's keep on going.
Yes, back when you were a dear, sweet, innocent baby boy. What happened to you? Ugh. A dear, sweet, innocent baby boy. Mr. Finger, can't quite picture that, I have to say.
Mrs.
Those
Kirby.
decorations, they're all the same as the ones you saw 18 years ago, correct?
Yep, salt lamp, glowing fabric, light-emitting doodads, the whole bits.
There were 4 luminous cloths in use in the Autumn Wing. But I'm sure I saw another one somewhere.
I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere. I'm sure of it.
What is she looking for?
That's not it. And that's not it.
Cloth looks familiar. Maybe I should jog her memory with something so Miss Scone will tell us more.
Is that the blue cloth? That luminous cloth.
You got a piece of fabric like this in your bag, would you not, Miss Scone? Albeit a somewhat grimier one.
Hey, how rude! You won't get people to cooperate with your little investigations like that, young man. Grimy.
Shall I call it a dish towel then, Pinkie Pie? Perhaps you use it to wipe up some sort of spillage.
A spillage, he says. The cheek. This is a piece of highly specialized luminous cloth. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that.
I think I'd like to know a little more about this highly specialized luminous cloth, if you don't mind.
Damn it.
You might get one over on Rainbow Dash, but not on Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Scone, you're something of a specialist. How might someone learn to make the poison gas that was used in the attack? Any ideas?
Well, any promises who's ever handled Infesticide Ultra would know for a start. After all, it says right there on the label, do not mix with products containing ubiquitous ever.
But what about a layperson? It's unlikely they know, wouldn't you say?
I suppose so, yes.
Yeah, let's just pretend they didn't have
Well,
material
not
safety data.
unless they had a nose run through Ultimate Cookbook anyway.
Try some 18 years ago.
Alright.
Good
The
senpai.
recipe for making Infesticide Ultra, along with that not mixing with ubiquitous bit, is in there, you know.
Ultimate Cookbook contains a lot more than just curing taste buds.
As was stated in the past, it knows how to make remedies and poisons.
So, you're familiar with the contents of the book?
I want that book right now. I still want that book. Oh, yes, dear. I know it inside out. Because I work for the Tangora group, you see?
There we go.
Oh, boy. We're the company behind Cold Killer X. I'm sure you've heard of it. Work on all your Maverick Hunter killers.
Fights back sniffles and sneezes with ease, apparently.
After Sammy Poodle Poople was found guilty, the company took custody of the book. They only grant their most trusted people access to it, of course. And you know me, most trusted.
Which means Miss Scone is one of these elites, I suppose.
Luminous cloth.
Why didn't you want me to know you had a piece of luminous cloth in your bag?
Oh, well, I suppose there's no point in hiding it now, is there? But you must know, I finished it off the fountain. It's right there before they called me to the Autumn Wing.
Well, Larry's sketch of Miss Scone is when she was trying to retrieve the cloth.
At first, I thought it was one of those ones I've given Moody Judy.
Or you'd give into the gallery, correct?
Exactly. All four were being used in the Autumn Wing, weren't they? So I realized it must be the one that went missing all those years ago. And I only had my Infesticide Ultra pinched and used to make poisonous gas. If one of my cloths turned out to have been used in some sort of dastardly deed, too, well, I was going to look guilty as sin, wasn't I? So I kept it hidden in my bag and hoped for the best.
I see.
Oh, it does feel good to get it off my chest, though. Stress is no good for the complexion.
How true.
So the cloth that disappeared 18 years ago, one of the victim was wrapped in, just happens to reappear in the fountain at the same time as the body. Luminous cloth, gifted to bound by Scone, lost 18 years ago, only to be rediscovered floating in the fountain.
I don't think we're gonna need to present anything towards her. I think that's about it.
What about the sketch?
No, we know that's what she was doing. So she's.
Well, we have.
Eddie.
Hey, and there's a blue table here, or cart.
Yeah.
What's
Or
there
pushing.
sitting out here in the open? Cedric.
Yes, somebody must have been moving something heavy.
So the platform seems to be wet.
You know, I got a funny feeling I've seen this thing somewhere before.
You mean like 18 years ago?
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I last saw it in the Frost Room. I must have used it to move the ice sculpture around. It's one of those fancy numbers when you can change not only the platform height, but also its angle. If you had one of these, you could move giant blocks of ice around no sweat.
lift cart used by Frost to transport ice 18 years ago. The top of the platform is wet.
Oh, just think of the possibilities. I could really use one of these.
Still doesn't explain what it's doing there, so it's a head scratcher, but we should get the things, yeah.
Indeed, after all, it just might have something to do with our case.
Let's talk to Eddie himself.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
That's literally. I think we've exhausted literally everything in this room.
Hey there, Miles Areno. What's the situation with the investigation, though?
Things are progressing. I think a fuller picture of what happened is beginning to emerge.
Good to hear. Guess I'd better step up my game, too, then.
Oots, oots, oots.
The case seems to have a lot in common with the incident from 18 years ago.
And how? It got the lots. Jumping statue in the winter wings, and even the murderous victim body.
But how did nobody ever figure out the body had gone missing?
Frost had no family apart from his son. And well, the kid kind of vanished. Nobody's seen him since around the time of the incident. Just those sons too. Him and his best pal from school both just up and disappeared.
What? And they were never found?
Gusto's boy wasn't. Not as far as I heard, anyway. He collected his inheritance at some point. But yeah, with no family around just after the incident, Frost got no funeral, no nothing. So no need for the police to release the body, and no need for anyone to find out they didn't have it. We found out fake autopsy report and nobody was in it. Well, almost anybody.
Still can't believe Mr. Von Karma would stoop so low.
As if.
Tell me, Fender, what kind of person is Miss Bound?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't tell me you've got a thing for Master.
I do not.
You sure? Chill. I'm just yanking your chain. Anyway, what can I say about Judy? Well, she's a real brave trooper for one. What else do you call someone who waits around for 18 whole freaking years like she has for Samson? Even after his extended family kicked her out of this place.
What? They threw her out?
Yep. She wasn't technically part of the family, so there was nothing she could do. She had nothing, nobody, and no job after Samson took the fall. So she had no choice but to take what he taught her and make her own way in showbiz. She retired from all that, no. Though.
Yes, why did she retire?
She'd finally made enough to buy the old place back. She even got the ultimate cookbook back from the Tangaroa group after they basically stole it.
Bound to recover the ultimate tip for Tangarosa.
Yet this pussy everything to do with it was all she ever cared about. She just wanted it back, all of it.
Fender seems very sympathetic to Miss Bound's plight. But from a less charitable perspective, she has, in a way, taken everything of Mr. Tangaroa's for herself.
Alright.
In a certain light, that could be true.
Now he beats the thing.
Bound's actions in the ultimate cookbook.
Gadoosh!
The ultimate cookbook contains instructions on how to create the poison gas. And the current owner of that book is none other than Miss Judy Bound.
No way, you mean...
I'm afraid I do. Miss Bound would have been perfectly capable of setting up the gas trap. Finally, we can prove that she's been lying to us.
Investigation
Complete.
complete! That was a long investigation.
Oh
Yeah,
And that's that. All that's
but
left now is
thankfully no wasted bits.
the results of the tests of the forensics.
Okay. So
You want to say, yeah?
Yeah, let's
I'll
stop
save
it
it.
here.
Save it here. Yeah, we only got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, that's probably the longest case 3 yet.
Yes, it is. But I will say this, Vass. You guys should talk up with Sircon, you and Sir, about any sort of OC ideas, since now that you know that Vash can draw stuff.
Yes.
If I had money, I would.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just meant because Sircon was interested in some of the characters, like how they were drawn, and Sircon has many ideas with his OCs.
That I do.
Indeed.
Say Wriggle. When do you want to see me play something new for Doom?
Probably Friday, because I
No,
know
no. I mean like before Diablo 2.
I know D2 tomorrow, guys, will be at 9. You could start maybe 7:30. I'll try to be there, but again, the problem with tomorrow is like when I get back home, I got to be doing some stuff because my final is going to be Friday, like my actual final exam of all the 4 weeks of stuff that we were taught in class. That was, like 100-question exam.
Okay.
I'll do my best, Vass, but like I said, maybe after Friday, because like I know Friday, once I'm free, you're gonna get back to abuse, and then I was gonna show off Soldier of Fortune, but probably afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be rooting for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, the portfolio I got done. We pretty much all got hundreds on our portfolio because we knew how to take our images. It's just that I've got the final skills comp tomorrow. Don't know what it'll be on, and then I've got the final exam on Friday that I got to take at 8:15 along with the post test. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff.
Man,
All right.
I'm
Hey,
ahead,
Hunter.
gents.
I'm gonna
Well,
go.
take it easy. I know you're still recovering from your long car trip. Dasher, I know you are trying to ease your pain, and DP, thanks as always. Or
Yeah, I
you
try.
came in crystal clear, no problems. And Vass, no wind tonight, so that was good, like last night.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Discord did not crash.
Yeah, it had an update earlier, but yeah, I'm really sorry, honey, about what happened last night. It's just like you kept flickering on and off so much. It's like we could keep going, but it would just keep stuttering and resetting itself. But I know that you can probably get that one D&D session we did edited together.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Gonna
Be
stop
safe.
this for me and